and in today's episode we have the last three games of the season. We're in the French Cup final, which we'll be watching next, and then we have two very decisive games in the league which will determine what flavour of European football we get. So I'm not going to waffle today. I know I said that last time, but I'm not going to waffle. We'll have a quick look at the schedule very quickly. So the last game we watched was the French Cup semi-final, and we won 3-2 in that. And the game afterwards, we had a 1-1 draw with our arch rivals, Rennes. And that was a home game. Again, I think we should be winning these games, but we keep coming unstuck. So I changed the tactic, I changed the formation. It's getting a little bit tired of all the giving the ball away, passes into dead space, just not performing really badly in the match engine. It was very, very frustrating and boring to watch. So I changed the formation. And then we went on a little bit of a nice run. Well, it was more than a little bit. So we beat Nice 4-0. We beat Troyes 2-0. We hammered Reims 5-1. We beat Lyon 2-0. And we beat Montpellier 3-1. And all of those games there, we only conceded, 3 goals. And we scored an absolute bagful. So I thought, okay, fine, this is the tactic, this is the formation. And but then we had a little bit of a wobble. Went away to Nantes, 2-2 draw, when we really needed the points to keep up with the European spots. Really needed those points. And also I knew the PSG game was coming up, and I knew we wouldn't win that one. To be fair, we went 1-0 down. We got a goal back. It was 1-1. And 70 odd minutes, I think it was. And we survived. We were looking okay. But the inevitable PSG winner came and we got beat 2-1. And we just played at Nantes, an away game that. And we won 5-2. A really nice win to set us up for today's game in the cup final. So without further ado, let us jump into the dugout for the French Cup final against Marseille. This is going to be a very tough game because Marseille in the league, it's nip and tuck between us and them for a European position, and they're on a bit of a roll at the moment, so it's going to be a tough game. Let's jump in the dugout. Well, welcome to the French Cup final. I've got thousands of screaming fans behind me. Hopefully we can do the job today and come away with this shiny trophy. It would be my first at RC Lens. Let's see what we can do. So the team is Ibrahim in goal, back four of Bandecchi, Chevalier, Diogo and Moreno. We've got a little triangle there in midfield of Scarlata, Argiolas and Aurelio. We have a shadow striker on today of Sands. We have an attacking midfielder in Bongo-Tue, and Carranza is the striker. And this is the formation that I've been using. So I'm playing with 2 DMs, but also 2 attacking midfielders as well, one being a shadow striker. And the deep line playmaker is playing in the middle. It's usually Mbaye, but he is picking up some injuries at the moment before important games, and I'm losing him every time, which is really frustrating. He was out for the PSG game, which was quite critical, but Scarlata is there today. So this is the formation I'm using. It's been quite successful. We got just narrowly beaten by PSG using this formation. So let's see if we can come home with a bit of shiny silverware today. Let's get to the kickoff. And we're underway in the French Cup final. Marseille coming away with the first highlight, but we do retrieve the ball there. We have been doing an awful lot of that. We've been retrieving the ball really well and then using it really well. So this new formation seems to have got us ticking over in the match engine really nicely. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Lovely bit of balls being sprayed around, and we do get the first goal. And Bongo-Tue has put us in the lead. We're 1-0 ahead against Marseille. And like I was saying, this slick passing, winning the ball back like we did, slick passing and movement. And if you just watch the movement here from Bongo-Tue, and he just slips in there, round the defender, puts it in the bottom of the net, and we're 1-0 ahead. So I'm actually just going to drop too cautious now, because what I've been noticing is as soon as we score, the opposition come back and get a goal straight away. And that one is actually headed over the bar. Normally those go in, so we're just playing a little bit cautious now. How we're looking, we're all smiley faces at the moment, so not going to click any buttons at all. And something is going on here. It looks like we may have a penalty. It looks like we may have a penalty. The referee is consulting. Penalty is awarded. Not quite sure who's on penalty duty today. It could be Sands. No. Carranza's going to take it. He slides in for 2. Come on! This is beyond my wildest dreams. This is amazing. 2-0 up. Can we hold on to it? This is absolutely outstanding stuff. I don't think we need to watch the penalty again, but it was very, very nice first time. Even nicer second time. But we're 2-0 ahead against Marseille in the French Cup final. Can we hold on to this? We're on a cautious mentality now, remember. So we should all be just keep it nice and tight. Play to feet. Don't give the ball away. Bonga Toué is through again. Quite a poor pass, that one, but it does come to Moreno. It's 3-0. What is going on? The world's been turned on its head. Are we going to get some shiny silverware at last? Come on! And that was a thing of beauty. Let's just watch that again. Look at this ball here. Nice ball there. Puts the ball through. It actually gets picked up by Moreno, that is slid in by Carranza. Absolutely beautiful goal. And we're now winning 3-0. This is going much, much better than I ever thought. Believe me, Marseille have been going great guns. And they are a team to be feared, I have to say. In the league, I've been really struggling to keep up with them. Put that one in as well. Oh, over the top. This is going absolutely brilliant. If we can do this in the next 2 games as well, we'll definitely guarantee ourselves, I think, probably Champions League football, but I'm not quite sure about that yet. I'm not sure who's played. There might be... Well, actually, it's very weird with these cup finals. It's happened with the FA Cup final in England, hasn't it? Where it's now become... It used to be like some kind of showpiece at the end of the season. It's not like that anymore. This game is wedged in between 2 really... But it's midweek, this. I think it's a Wednesday we're playing. It's wedged in between 2 really important league games. So again, in France, they don't seem to be classing it as that important. And I think that's a great shame. I remember as a kid, I used to watch the FA Cup final on television. Whoever was in it, I used to watch it. And I used to watch the walking up Wembley Way and, you know, microphones on the coach. And it was on from 11 o'clock in the morning. I used to watch all the build-up, and it was the end of the season finale. It was absolutely brilliant, and I used to love it. Whoever was in it, used to pick a team before they kicked off, and then I would support that team. I mean, obviously, if City were in it, Manchester City, because if you don't know, I'm a Manchester City supporter. If we were there, I would be there. But obviously, I would pick a team, and it was a real end of the season finale. Now it just seems. What is going on? 4-0 just before half time. Well, if the French authorities don't seem to think that the French Cup final is worthy of some kind of, centrepiece, we certainly do. And we're doing it in style. 4-0 as we come up to half time. Oh, my word. So then, well, you're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. 4-0. What can I say? This is absolutely amazing. They've got a player there. In fact, they've got 2 players on a red rating. Lovely. I shouldn't do that, should I really? It's not very sportsmanlike. Okay, I think it's getting on time to make some substitutions. Okay, 3 substitutions made. Gailey, Carvalho have come on in the attacking midfielder roles, and Magabane has come on at right wing back. I can only do 3 subs, unfortunately. Really, I could have done with doing 5 because we've got 2 important league games coming up. Could have done with resting more players. I think the next league game is up in 2-3 days. So, but this is going very, very nicely, this. And we're moving into the 85th minute now. I mean, we've actually won the cup, I think, because they're never going to come back and score. Well, it would be 4 goals to take it to penalties, wouldn't it? They're never going to do that in the time that's left. But we defended valiantly there, although Gallier's just given the ball away. That's fired against somebody's legs and then finally over the bar. And we breathe a sigh of relief. And we're now going to be moving towards full time. And this is something that we've been waiting for a long time with RC Lons. We've broken lots of records this season, RC Lons records, goals scored, attendances. There's lots of records being broken, and although I have done a lot of whinging this season, I think we do deserve this, to be honest. And the cup is going to be raised now. And oh yes, this is brilliant. I absolutely love this. If you remember, we got narrowly beaten by Rennes in the last cup final that we played in, and I was absolutely gutted after that game. I thought we might win that, and we didn't do. So this is a real tonic for us. This hopefully we can take this momentum now in the next 2 games. But this is absolutely brilliant, and as the manager, I am so proud. These lads are going to get a real pat on the back. Let's get them in the dressing room, and that's as good a win as you're likely to see. And hopefully that keeps them. We had a little team meeting before the game, and I was told I couldn't say to them, I expect you to win this. All I had to say to them was, I couldn't put any expectations on them. Don't expect you to win this. Just go out there. I know we're going to lose. And they were all chuffed to bits about that. And then they go out and win 4-0. I mean, we didn't even concede a goal against Marseille. Marseille, like I say, they've been going on an absolute run. That is amazing. So, my first bit of shiny silverware as RC Lons manager. And I have to tell you, it feels very, very nice. Let's hope we can build on that now. I have got some transfer news to speak about, but all that to come. The 2 South American lads are both out of the door at the end of the season now. Sold them both. I've got 2 players coming in. One of them's an Argentinian. I think the other one's a Danish lad. So I've got two transfers already arranged to come in at the end of June, beginning of July. So there are quite. I'm planning for next season already. But anyway, more about that later. We have 2 league games now, and those 2 teams. We have a home game against Clermont, who are actually already relegated. They're bottom of the league. They've done absolutely abysmally this season. But they can be banana skins, so I don't think it'll be easy. And certainly what won't be easy is the Auxerre game, because they're just outside. Well, actually, no, I think they're in the European spots, just about. So at the moment, we're in 5th place. In fact, let's have a quick look at the league, shall we? So yeah, with 2 games to play, we're in 5th place at the moment with 67 points. Ideally, I would like to get that 3rd spot and overtake Rennes, because that would be a guaranteed Champions League stage, rather than this 4th spot that always takes us through the playoffs. But as you can see, Auxerre there are on 45 points. There's no way that they can catch us, but they're fighting with Lyon for a place in Europe, so it won't be easy, that game. Anyway, less of the what. They don't call me Gobby Gaffer for nothing. I am a bit gobby. I know that. You don't need to tell me. Far too much waffling, because we've got 2 more games to watch now. Let's get in the dugout for the game against Clermont. Well, welcome to the dugout for this really important game. Unfortunately now, everything is out of our hands. Even if we win our last 2 games, if Marseille and Rennes win their games, then we will end up in 5th position, which I think will only give us, it might give us a Europa League, I'm not quite sure, but it is out of our hands, unfortunately. We need some help from other teams. But anyway, we need to do our job, so let's go and see if we can beat Clermont. The team is Ibrahim in goal, back 4 of Bandecchi, Mugabane, Diogo and Moreno. Centre-backs have had to be changed today, very, very tired. Mazzone comes in as the anchor today, again, tiredness in the camp. Aurelio is the ball-winning midfield player. Arbeloa comes in as the DLP. Again, tiredness in the camp. We've had to make quite a few changes, if I'm honest. Sands and Bongatue are the two attacking midfield players with Carranza up front. Let's see if he can repeat his heroics of the cup final. And we're underway, and what we want to see in this game is we want to see nice slick passing. We want to see balls to feet, not into dead space. We want to see the ball retrieved, which we're not doing there. And the ball is in the back of the net, and bizarrely, Clermont are in the lead after 1 minute and 46 seconds. I have no words. We've just beaten Marseille 4-0. Okay, come on, lads. We all seem to have smiley faces at the moment. I don't know what they're smiling for, because this is not great. And what I was saying at the beginning of the game, I wanted to see some nice slick passing, great movement, play the ball to feet. Let's get this ball moving. Let's get it zipping around. But we haven't done that in the opening stages, and we are 1-0 down. We've got the ball in the penalty area, and the ball's in the back of the nets. Bandecci's come forward from the left wing back, puts the ball in the back of net. We're back to 1-1. Only 12 minutes on the clock. We need to do this at least twice more now. We need to get a comfortable lead in this game. Well, this was nice movement, playing the ball to feet. And that's exactly what we didn't get in the first couple of minutes. I think we came out of the dressing room a little bit asleep. So we're going to give them some encouragement now. They've all gone a bit glum-faced. So we've got the smiley faces back again. Carranza with the free kick. The ball has hit the crossbar. Can he put it in? He can! Sands nips in there quickly and scores. What is at the moment is a 2-1 for us. I can't get my words out. I'm all flustered. I'm not quite sure what's going on. We've just won 4-0 in the cup final. Went 1-0 down to a relegated team and then come back in quick succession and scored two goals. We're winning 2-1 anyway. That's the important thing. Going into half time. I think I'm going to drop back to cautious again. Let's just try and hold on to this as we go into half time. And we are in the lead. So that's changed my half-time team talk. I'm going to say that's a great first half performance. Keep it up. 2-1 against the relegated team. We'll not be seeing Clermont next season. Relegated into the second division. I think it's time to make some subs. We've got some very tired players on the pitch. Okay, 4 changes. I'm having to play players out of position a little bit here. So the young kid Hammer's come on at left wing back. He can play there, but it's not his best position. Scarlata has come on as a ball-winning midfield player. Again, not his position really, but I'm having to play him there. And Bailly is on a fitness, so not ideal, but he's come on. And Cavallo has come on at shadow striker. When I brought him on as sub in either of these two positions, generally, he creates a goal for us. So let's hope he can create a goal. We can get 3-1 ahead, and then we can sit back and be a little bit more comfortable, because 2-1 in this game is a little bit tight. But we have done well coming back from 1-0 down, and as we approach the 75th minute, we still 2-1. We have a free kick. Scarlata with the ball. It hits the post and comes straight back out again. That's going to go out for a throw. Well, that wasn't worthy of a highlight. So we've hit the post as well. Sanchez, their keeper. A low ball out there, and he does find his own player with that. The ball was bobbling around, and Clermont are actually now looking to build an attack. But Mazzone there is just nipped in there quickly, pinched the ball. Cavallo's coming forward, and unfortunately couldn't stick the ball in the back of the net. That kind of play, nipping in and winning the ball, that has been a feature of this formation. We're doing so much better with this formation than before. The match engine is looking so much prettier now. It's so much nicer to watch. We're actually passing it sweetly, finding a red shirt with the ball. But we do have to be a little bit careful. I think Carranza is offside there. I mean, he's finished that very, very well, but I think he is offside. I think that's going to be disallowed. Be very, very surprised. It is disallowed. I thought he was offside. He went far too early. We don't need to watch that again. But we are moving now to the... I'm going to give them another encouragement. Is that... Oh, they've all gone sad-faced. Carranza with the corner. He's going to whip this ball into the far post. A bit of a looping one. Shot there. And that gets blocked. Carvalho now, what's he going to do with that? I was going to say, please do not give the ball away there. We've still got lots of men forward, but so have Clermont. They've got all their men back. And they're defending for their lives now. Ball into the box. Bongatue is going to slide that in. That ball, he dribbles over the line for the third goal. With 3-1 ahead now. And that surely is 3 points in the bag. And we now have to look towards Marseille and Rennes to be dropping points in their game. And unfortunately, it's two teams, not just the one. So the chances are that either one of those two will get 2 wins and will be pushed out of that 4th spot. But anyway, let's see what happens now. So Clermont coming forward with the ball. It's about 4 minutes of time added on. They're going to slide this ball in. And we actually mop that up very, very nicely. Lovely ball out there to Carranza. And I think they're going to get a player sent off. Yeah. So the time is going to tick away now for a nice 3-1 victory. And that is absolutely brilliant. So the players are going to get a pat on the back. Very well done. Excellent win. And let's have a quick look. Heart in mouth time. What's that done to the league? Hopefully everybody's played and we can see some positive development. And there is some positive development. We've actually got that 4th place back. So what did Marseille do? I probably could see it off the... They only had a 1-1 with Strasbourg. I don't know why I've done it like that. That was a bit silly. And Rennes did a what? Can we see it? I'm a little bit excited. They actually had a 2-1 at Bordeaux. Oh, I see. So that's moved them up. As long as we can get 3 points in this last game, and a point might do it for that 4th spot. We could even get 3rd spot if Rennes do us a favour. Well, this episode is building to an amazing climax. I think this is one of the best episodes that I've been involved in, well, certainly recently, but for a long time. So it's building to a nice finish, this. I'd be quite happy at this moment in time now to get that 4th spot. Remember, it's Orsilon's 4th spot. It's our spot in the league. We always claim it, but could we actually get that 3rd spot? So stick with it, because we've got a game coming up now. It is away from home against Auxerre, and it will be a tough game. But let's see if we can get that 3rd spot and an automatic into the Champions League stage. We'll see you very shortly. Okay, welcome to Auxerre for this last game of the season. Very, very important game, this one. I've had 2 injuries chucked at me just before the game. So both my DMs are out for this game. Mazzoni and Magabane are having to play there. Out of position, not a lot I can do. Anyway, the team is Ibrahim in goal, back 4 of Bandecci, Chevalier, Dordic and Marino. At least we've got our normal back 4 in there. The 2 DMs are Mazzoni and Magabane, as I said. And Bailly is the deep line playmaker today. We have Sanz as a shadow striker, Bongatue as the attacking midfielder, and Carranza starts up top. And we're underway. Let's see what we can do today. Last game of the season. We have got the league table up there just in the bottom left-hand corner. So we can see if there's any change whatsoever. That ball is headed out. Can we get over and cover that area? Ball into the box. That should be the keeper's. The keeper makes a real hash of that. Can we clear our lines? No, we can't. Yes, we can. And that was a real mess at the back. Not quite sure what we're doing there. My goalkeeper, he looks brilliant at times, but he is susceptible to the odd little bit of buffoonery. But anyway, we do get that ball out, and Magabane did have the ball, but lost it. Anyway, it wasn't worthy of a highlight. Don't know what I'm waffling on for. So we're 13 minutes into the game. We get a free kick. Ball floated into the box. Bongatue picks that ball up, slides it to Moreno. Moreno back to Mbaye. Chevalier. We need a good game from Mbaye today. He needs to pick them balls out. But we are just playing it around there. Just be careful we don't give that ball away. Really careful. Right wing. No, he's played it forward to Sands. Sands scores. We 1-0 ahead. Sands, since I moved into that shadow, he's not played a lot this season, but since I moved into that shadow striker role, he's been a regular in the team, and he's chipped in with some really nice goals. And I was shouting for him to put that ball out to Moreno, but no, chips the ball forward. Sands is there, and he sticks the ball in the back of the net, and we're winning 1-0. So as it stands, it looks like Rennes and Marseille are both winning as well. No, actually, as we speak, Rennes are now not winning anymore, and we've actually claimed that third spot. So this is getting really, really exciting. We've won the ball there. Carranza doing some great work. Slides the ball in. Oh, and Bangers away. Just puts the ball wide of the post. Half an hour gone. We're 1-0 in the lead. I think I'm going to drop back to cautious again. Seems to have been working in recent games for us. Seems to just steady us. Steadies the team down. We play a little bit more conservatively. We're going to get a nice, I'm going to say, do I say complacency? No, I'm just going to say good first half, keep it going. We'll make some subs very shortly because I'm aware that players will be very, very tired. We've had a week between the last game and this one, so we have got some, a little bit of fitness into the players, but we've got two players playing at DM who it's not their natural position, and we are still struggling a little bit with fitness issues. But anyway, Auxerre coming forward with the ball. Can we do our usual and nip in and win this ball? And that ball is in there. It's in the bottom of the net. And no, we can't. It's 1-1. And we'll have lost the third spot with that, which is not ideal. Although there is a check on VAR, it's awarded. Okay, we don't need to see that again. We have still got that third spot though at the moment, have we? No, we've dropped back to fourth. Okay, 3 changes. I've changed the formation slightly. We're still going to play on cautious just to try and keep everything nice and tight. But I've sacrificed one of my DMs. Carvalho has come on up front. So we've got 2 shadow strikers up there now. Replaced both my wing backs. Let's see if we can go for the jugular and get the winner that I think would maybe get us that third spot. And as it stands, Rennes have still got that third spot, and Marseille are the team we're looking out for now. As we move into the final stages of this game, I'm actually going to put this on attacking now, I think. And Auxerre have actually got a winner. We're 2-1 down. Oh, a little bit shocked if I'm honest. Little bit shocked. I don't know what to say. Okay, we've lost the final game then, 2-1. We weren't good enough, and that is a pretty poor performance. So let's have a look at the final league. And we have actually clinched that 4th spot. So what did Marseille do then on the final day? They got beat by Monaco. I didn't realise they were playing Monaco. That was a tough game. I'll settle for that. It is, when all's said and done, it's Arcelon's 4th place. It's our spot in the league. We can play 34 games a season. None of that matters. We always end up finishing 4th. It's our spot. So not the final game of the season that I wanted, but we have got, I think we've got Champions League football. Whenever we're finishing 4th spot, we have to go through these 2 playoff games, but we have got Champions League football, and with the new signings that are coming, hopefully, board are going to set initial budgets. I've just seen the email. I've not looked at it yet. So board are setting initial budgets. Let's see what kind of money we've got. Let's see if we can put a team together that can compete a little bit better. I mean, we need to get into the league stage, don't we? But anyway, let's have a quick look. Just have a look at the finances first. So as it stands at the moment, before the budgets are announced, we have 28 million, nearly 29 million in the bank. So that's looking, well, it's not just looking rosier, it's a complete turnaround, isn't it? And we still have a transfer budget of 35 million. I have spent some of that already, so we'll have to see how the board view that. The wage budget is about £200,000 a week under. So financially, we're looking really, really good now. And there we do have the email. Our Ceylons qualify for the Champions League. So we are in the Champions League next season. We just have to make sure that we can negotiate those 2 playoff games. It would be very nice, actually, if we got some quite lowly teams in there. Because the last 2 seasons, we've had some quite tough games. If you remember, first season, we got Sevilla and got knocked out in the first knockout game. So a better draw would be very, very nice in that. Okay, so the board are setting initial budgets. As you can see that one of the emails coming up, we received 12.74 million for finishing in 4th place as well. So let's have a look at the budgets and we can watch these together. Now then, there is the difference. So the initial wage budget for the coming season is 900,000, and we have the transfer budget of 35 million. So basically, they've given me what I already had, which doesn't very often happen. Very often, if you don't spend that money, they take it off you. But we've actually got 35 million to spend. I mean, this is like cloud cuckoo land. I mean, if you remember the previous seasons, we've had like 1.6 million. Last season it was 1.1 million. This season it's 35 million. We're in the money. We're in the money. Sorry. I won't do that again, I promise. Okay, so we've got 12.74 million for finishing in 4th place. And all is looking rosy with the world. So let's just click continue one more time and have a look at the finances again now. So that must have been then with that 12 million added. So we are finishing the season with 29 million in the bank, 35 million to spend in the transfer market, and a wage budget of 200,000, which will increase because I am looking to trim the second team squad for next season. So a lot of contracts coming to an end, a lot of them on really good money. When they've gone, not replacing them. Because the second team is really just a holding area for first team players. And in the French league, unless you arrange friendlies yourself, they don't really do very much. So I use it to just get players up to fitness. But we only need maybe 13 players in there. That's all we need. And we did have about 30 odd in there, and I've trimmed it back massively. Anyway, all of this is really, really good news. Well, I think you can agree that's one of the best episodes we've had in, recent months, to be quite honest. We won the French Cup, shiny bit of silverware, and you know how much I like shiny silverware. That'll be going on my wall for the beginning of the next season. Definitely we'll have a picture of the French Cup on the wall. All very, very nice stuff. We're back in the Champions League. We've finished 4th again. Next season, the challenge is to finish 3rd or 2nd. Don't think anybody's overhauling PSG. But let's see what we can do. We've got a nice transfer budget now. Got a couple of good players coming in. Some players you've seen the last of. We definitely won't be seeing Scarlata or Diogo next season. So all things are looking really, really good for us in the future. Anyway, the next episode will be a season review and a transfer special. And let's see what I've been able to do in the transfer market. Let's see if this formation with some better players in there, let's see if we can do the business at the beginning of next season. So if you've enjoyed this episode, and I'm sure you will have done because I've absolutely loved it, it's been brilliant, please give me a like. If you're new around here, please spread the word. We're on the up a little bit, but we'd like to be on the up a little bit more. And if you're interested to see the season review and have a look at what transfers I've been able to do, then come back for the next episode, because believe me, it's going to be really exciting and very, very interesting. So we'll see you next time for the next episode in the Gobby Gaffer managing our Ceylons.